We have the Summer Game Fest coming up just in 2 days. 2 days here in Taiwan. I guess it's 3 days in stateside. But it will be starting on June 7th and it'll be going through June 10th. There are going to be multiple events. So you can check out their website. It's going to tell you who's going to be talking on which day and at what times. So you can check out what's going to be there. As I said before, Jeff Keighley came out and he said, I'm expecting an 8 out of 10. His quote is, there will be definitely new announcements, but the show is largely focused on, I think, existing games that have new updates for fans. So a lot of people are expecting lots of DLC or maybe some announcements of certain games that have seasons passes and that sort of thing. In the video, in the trailer, they do show like Stellar Blade, Dragon's Dogma, some other Helldivers, that sort of thing. So I don't know if that's supposed to be an indication so we can see new announcements on, or if that's just a recap of what the highlights of this last past year have been. So I'll have to wait and see on that. But we do have some games that we are 100% sure will be seen. For instance, we know 100% there's going to be Monster Hunter Wilds. We know there's going to be Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance, and we know that there's going to be Metaphor Refantasio, which is the one made by the Persona studio, Atlas, I believe. But he's also confirmed games that are not going to be there. We are definitely not going to be seeing Kingdom Hearts 4. He basically said, I know a lot of people are going to be really wanting to see this. There's not going to be any Kingdom Hearts 4. There's not going to be any Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. There's not going to be Wolf Among Us 2. There's not going to be any more news on Judas, which is that Bioshock in space kind of thing. And there's not going to be any announcements on any new Five Nights at Freddy's. So if you're a fan of one of those, so we are going to be getting some announcements, obviously. There will be some new IPs. There will, or at least some new games out. So there will be some announcements. But yeah, we've already been stated. Don't get your hopes up too high. He specifically said we don't want to announce anything that is going to be coming 2026, 2027. So I think in the past they really have announced things and it's been a couple of years out. And I think, like I said, I think some of the reaction to that has backfired when you announce things too early, and they're learning, you know what, you really should do what Bethesda did with Fallout 3 I think Fallout 4, the same thing, where they announced it and it's like coming out 3 months later. They're like, we are almost done with this thing. Guess what you're going to be getting in 3 months. So it seems like that's more of where their focus is going to be, is what we can see in the immediate future. I think the idea is, if it was me, and what I'm assuming their idea is, if this game is not going to be out before the next Summer Game Fest, there's no point in talking about it because we're just going to have to recap next year. And then people are going to be like, we already saw this. And it makes the next year less exciting, right? Because you're like, oh, we already saw this last year. This is nothing new. So I think the idea is just focus on what we're going to be seeing this year. And that way we don't have to repeat ourselves next time and make next time less exciting. So that's my theory. Hopefully, we will be getting some announcements. I know they said PlayStation is going to be there. I think Xbox is going to be there too. I'm not sure if Nintendo has something. I don't think so. But yeah, there's plenty to look forward to. The question is just how forward to you can look, how much forward to looking there's going to be. I don't know how to word that, but there's going to be stuff there. So go ahead, check it out. And next week, we'll talk about what excited us